Here come the drivers for the Junior Max pre-final, and we saw Daniel Down, Mark van der Kamp out the pits first on the front row, and a spin already. Well, it was good sportsmanship for the race, all shaking hands. Little spin there for the number 251 on cold tyres, but gets going again. Georgi Zuin should be able to return to the original grid space. As you can see on screen, the number 251 going off 23rd. Let's run you through the grid in its entirety then. It's Daniel Down on the front row with Mark van der Kamp, David Down, Daniel's twin, on the inside of row 2 with Lori Muna to the outside. Jurzik Matija and Piotr Swejazinski are on row 3, Kamil Donitz and Dennis Bahar row 4, Stefan Fwerthbauer and Alex Raab are row 5, Sylvester Alexeyevas and Damian Sakulic are row 6, Mads Rees and Leon Kilmeyer row 7, Jordan Dolishka and Oli Petteri Muna are row 8, Frederick Jeric and Benjamin Nagy row 9, Tony Herinin and Konstantin Reisch are row 10, Milan Nikolic and Daniel Kainrath are row 11, Georgi Zuwin and Ali Lajim are row 12, Toussaint Bentz and Christian Drube are row 13, Camilo Stubenberg and Slavik Putiatin row 14, Levente Los Konzi is on the inside of row 15 with David Maslekovic. So that's the grid in its entirety. There you can see the names, and there you can see the drivers as the grid disappears from the screen. This is the Speed World Circuit. If you've just joined us, the Rotax Grand Festival. This is the Junior Max class, the oldest drivers we have here this weekend. Qualifying on Friday, we've had the heats yesterday, and those heats have set the grid for this final. To the left, your picture is our pole sitter, Daniel Down, won all 3 heats yesterday, Mark van der Kamp alongside. Right, on to the start-finish straight. Will it be a first-time start? Oh, well, away very quick. Oh, well, I think that's a full start. Yes, it is. Well, I think Mark van der Kamp will be happy with that because he was across the line before Daniel Down was. Now, yesterday, Mark van der Kamp did take a win, but received a penalty post-race. And I believe it was for a jump start. So, well, the driver's now filtering through. They did come out that last corner very quickly and lost formation slightly. So, wasn't surprised to see that happen, but we'll try again. So, the grid, one more time. Down and van der Kamp. David Down and Lori Muna, row 2. Matija and Swejazinski, row 3. Donic and Bahar, row 4. Fwerthbauer and Raab, row 5. Aleskejevas and Sakulic, row 6. Rees and Kilmeyer, row 7. Dolishka and Muna, row 8. Then it's Frederick Jeric, Benjamin Nagy, row 9. Herinin and Reisch are row 10. Nikolic and Kainrath, row 11. Georgi Zuwin and Ali Lajim, row 12. Bentz and Drube, row 13. Then it's Stubenberg and Putiatin, Los Konzi and Maslekovic are row 15. So rounding out the field there, as we said, number 264, number 205. But to the left, your pole sitter, Daniel Down, to the ropes, Mark van der Kamp. Daniel Down's twin, David, directly behind. That looks a lot tidier to me, and I think we should get going this time. We do. Mark van der Kamp on the outside there, slotting into 3rd place. So it's a down 1-2. Daniel leads David as they head through the second corner. Let's hope everyone gets through nice and safely. Van der Kamp's 3rd. 4th place, I believe. Oh, no. Well, 2 going across the grass at the chicane there. Can't quite pick up from this angle who they were, but they are slotting in. The 223 was one of them. Good job from the camera crew there to pick that one up as the driver's now filtering through. So Alexander Raab was one of them. Started on the outside of row 5, so an unfortunate start for Alexander Raab. But into the last corner then, and already pulling away here is Daniel Down. David Down in 2nd with a little bit of pressure from Mark van der Kamp. 4th place is Jurzik Matija. 5th place Lori Muna, and then it's just behind that we have Kamil Donic in 6th place as they head up towards the right-hander. Oh, and a good move there for 4th place. Lori Muna up the inside of Jurzik Matija. Swejazinski, Bahar, Furthbauer, and the number 216 of Aleski Avis, one to watch, rounding out the top 10. But look at the top 3. They are away and clear. It's a down showdown at the front. And, Mark van der Kamp has dropped back just slightly from David Down, which I would assume either means he's made a mistake or he tried a move which didn't quite pay off. I'm going to guess it's the latter as they head up towards the chicane. David Down just closing in on his twin brother here as they go through the hairpin. Oh, and a move there in the background. I think that was that Matija again making a move. Might have been Swejazinski, I think that was, going past Donic as they head through the left-hander, sorry. And in towards the back straight. For lap 3 of 15 this is. There are your two leaders. The two twins, a down showdown, as we said. Down the start-finish straight. And lots of battles going on up and down the order. Now, if David is to catch Daniel, then I would assume that they'll try and work together until we get to the latter stages of the race. Mark van der Kamp will be hoping that it's quite the opposite and that they start battling. But, there's a bit of contact on screen there, but I can only assume as brothers, having raced with a brother myself, that that is what they do, because I know that's me and my brother used to do. But who knows? This is a big event, a one-off event with only one winner at the end, so they both want to win it as much as each other. On to the start-finish straight, and it looks like David has completed the chase, 2 tenths behind. The full order is Daniel, David Down, Van der Kamp, Muna, Matija. Then it's Donic, Swejazinski, Bahar, Rees, Aleski Avis, Furthbauer, Kilmeyer, Dalishka, Zakulic is in there as well. Rounding up the top 15 is Frederick Jeric as they head up towards the right-hander. Would run through the rest of the order, but I did see some moves, so a lot of overtaking going on in the middle of the order here. Onto the back straight they go, and look, the two leaders are right together. Don't discount Laurie Muna either for THS Motorsport. The number 212 is not far behind. Right, we're about to find out what is the plan for David Down in second place. Does he work or does he pass? If it's me, I'm going to go past, because Mark van der Kamp on that last lap, 42.4, was quicker than Daniel Down, so he's also closing in. Personal best for both the two leaders. Quickest lap at the moment, Kamil Donic in 5th place, who's on the move as you can see. 43.268. Very quick lap time that as they make their way onto the back straight. Oh, did I see a glimpse of someone off the circuit there? I think I might have done. As we head now down the start-finish straight, and no changes between Daniel and David Down. Mark van der Kamp still trying to close in. Daniel and David both seem very confident characters. There's the stricken cart, and I can tell you that that I think is Levente Los Conzi. Looks like that is Levente Los Conzi. So started from the back row and not had a good pre-final, so we'll be in a similar position come the final. Okay, we are half race distance, 7.5 laps completed, and we're about to start what will be lap number 8 as they cross the line. So we'll be 7.5 laps completed in about a corner or so, my apologies. But Mark van der Kamp once again closing in. The gap between the top 3, now only half a second. And look, a look behind from David Down that time. He can see Mark van der Kamp is closing in. Oh, and a move in the background. Was that Kamil Donic? No, that was Swejazinski, I believe. Making a move on Dennis Bahar. Let's see. Oh, there they go. I believe that's what it was. We'll confirm. You can see the order changing to the left of your screen. Aleski Avis in 8th has just gone past Mads Rees on the last lap. And here we go. A little bit of defending driving from Daniel Down. We're almost 2/3 race distance now. And Daniel Down has felt the need to defend. He's got pressure from his twin brother David Down, and pressure from Mark van der Kamp as well, as Mark van der Kamp looks wide with the two Down brothers defending. Catching is Laurie Mooner. He'll be there at the end of this lap, that's for sure, as they head through the long left-hander onto the back straight. Daniel Down, what does he do? He's got three drivers now. He has to hold off two imminent and one closing in very quickly. There was Kamil Donic, who went past. Dennis Bahar in there as well. Swejazinski likewise. Then it's gap back to Aleski Avis, who's leading the next queue of karts, which is the battle for 8th place, with Mads Rees and Stefan Fwerthbauer not too far behind. As we head into the chicane, lap 10 of 15. Oh, slight mistake there from David Down. Just got a little bit, the cart just got a little bit crossed on the exit. Went a little bit sideways, had to make a correction. Would have lost him some speed on the exit of the corner. So Mark van der Kamp closes in and is trying to figure out where he's going to make this move. Likewise, though, Mark van der Kamp would probably settle for 3rd place, because that's where he'd start for the final, and that's a much better place to be than 2nd. But on the flip side of that, if he gets through to 2nd now, he's got a shot at taking the lead. So mind games going on out there, I imagine, as well as just pure racing, as Laurie Mooner now there. And well, if you look back to 5th place, Kamil Donic, oh well, defending going on here. Now David Down, is he going to let his brother get away and win this one, or is he genuinely concerned? Because Daniel Down is being allowed to escape here, and it's all being helped by the fact David Down has gone on the defensive on that lap. Well, that's strange, because on the grid, David Down, I imagine that was just him defending on a one-off lap, because David Down in 2nd wants to win as much as his brother, who's leading the race, his twin brother, that is, as they head through the right-hander and up towards the chicane. Laurie Mooner in 4th place now, right with them. And as we said, in 5th place, oh, see Mark van der Kamp doing the same that time. So anytime they don't get an exit, a good exit from the chicane, they just feel the need just to defend slightly and convince the driver behind, don't go past me, that was just a mistake, now we can get on with things. But 5th place, Kamil Donic is starting to catch the 43.3 last time, quicker than all the drivers ahead, bar our race leader Daniel Down, who did a personal best lap, 43.328. Piotr Swejazinski did do the fastest lap, but Kamil Donic chasing the leaders. Kamil Donic in 5th place has just done a new fastest lap, 43.136, and the gap is closing to the top 4. It's come down now to 9/10 of a second. 5th place driver pushing hard. Then behind that we have Dennis Bahar and Piotr Swejazinski also trying to close in. Aleski Avis is trying to break away from Mads Rees as well, with Stefan Fwerthbauer trying to hold on in 10th place. We're at the business end of the race now. We're about to start the last 2 laps, and the lead 4 are getting very, very close. Onto the start-finish straight we go. David Down looking over his shoulder there. That's some defending going on from Dennis Bahar from Swejazinski as they make their way in towards turn 1. There's our leaders. Right. Oh, and not the best exit from David Down. And again, Mark van der Kamp feels the need to defend. I think he wants 3rd place here. Part of me just reckons he's happy with 3rd. Let's see. He might get a chance if the two brothers start battling. And, well, I think that was quite conclusive there. Daniel Down, our race leader, looks over his shoulder. David said, just go. So I don't think we're going to see a change of lead, personally. I think that David is just going to push his brother all the way to the flag. But that said, Daniel's still feeling the need to defend. He doesn't quite know how much pressure he's got behind him as they head up towards the chicane. Oh, there he goes on the defensive again. So here we go, ding ding, it's last round. Who's going to take the win? As David Down leaves the door open and goes wide and loses not 1 but 2 but maybe even 3 places. Well, Mark van der Kamp has also allowed Laurie Mooner to go into 2nd place, and all of a sudden David Down may find himself starting on the outside of row 2 as they go in towards the last part of the circuit for the first time. May Laurie Mooner get a chance of taking the win? I don't think he will. through the last corner they go, and Daniel Down is going to take the race victory. Laurie Mooner finishes in second place, Mark van der Kamp third, and I imagine a frustrated David Down will be fourth. Camille Donic, brilliant drive from the 224, fastest driver on track, and inside road 3 start for the final. There he is, first out the chicane, 224. Brilliant drive from him, but that's your race winner, the 219, Daniel Down. Good race that one, wasn't it? Piotr Swezazinski finished in 6th place, Dennis Bahar in 7th, Sylvester Aleski Avis was 8th and set a personal best lap on the last lap. Mads Rees was 9th, then it was Stefan Fwerthbauer. Oh, well, bit of arm waving going on here between two drivers. I don't know if they're frustrated or if that was a thumbs up maybe to say well done. Didn't quite see, I only caught the end of it. Mads Rees 9th, and 10th place was Stefan Fwerthbauer. The screens will be coming up. The screens? What am I talking about? The positions will come up on your screen in a minute or so. Leon Kilmeyer was 11th place, then it was Damien Sakulic, Jordan Dolishka 13th, Oli Petteri Muna 14th. There they are. Where did I get to? I got down to 15th, Konstantin Reich for Brown Racing. Then it was Alexander Raab. Tony Heronin was 17th place. As you can see, close on that. Top 5 split by less than 0.7 of a second in the Junior Max pre-final here at Speed World, the Rotax Grand Festival. Benjamin Nagy 18th, and it was Mila Nikolic, Jurizik Mataya, Tucson Bentz, Daniel Kainraf, Christian Drube, Camilo Stubenberg, Georgi Zuwin, Slavik Putiatin, Frederick Jeric, Ali Lajim was a lap down, Levente Los Conzi 10 laps down, we did not see Dawid Maslekiewicz start the race, so not too sure why that was. But, that is the pre-final for Junior Max done. A brilliant race there. And I think we're going to be treated to a very good final later. 7/10 between the top 5. Daniel Down from Laurie Mooner, Mark van der Kamp, David Down and Camille Donic.